Hi everybody, Josiah here, also known as Chilling Silence, and we've got some really cool news because yesterday we did a video with Kristy-Leigh Minehan. Now she is the author of the ProgPoW GPU-focused mining algorithm. Now, ProgPoW can be mined on a CPU, just as RandomX can be mined both on a CPU and a GPU as well. The two kind of focus slightly differently, so ProgPoW is definitely more GPU focused in terms of the saturation and things there. RandomX is definitely more CPU focused. So it was a really cool chat. We went over a whole lot of things, some of the great things about DigiByte with our multi-algo, some of our weak points and things like that in terms of SHA-256D and how that affects us, and it was a really great time. We also talked a little bit about mobile mining and how that might look for DigiByte in the future. Is it possible? What could happen there? Some of the pros, some of the cons, looking at both sides of the spectrum, and it was great. I had a really great time, and she is an absolute wealth of knowledge. So again, thank you to Kristy-Leigh Minehan for coming on and having a chat with us about everything. Mostly mining related though. One of the things I want to go through real quickly today is the Flipside crypto. So this is specifically for Bitcoin. You can see at the top corner there it says Bitcoin. This isn't DigiBytes, unfortunately. We are not quite so green at the moment. Now, to be honest, I don't understand fully all of their scores and things like that, but this is what you can see if you go to CoinMarketCap and you have a look at their what is it? It's the report, I believe, on CoinMarketCap. So if you were to compare, so the FCAS is the Fundamental Crypto Asset Score. This is a makeup of both the developer behavior, the user activity, and the market maturity, a combination of all of them. So don't get me wrong, I'm not entirely sure I agree with all of the metrics and the way that they cover them. I think a lot more of this is geared towards things like ICOs and up-and-coming projects and things like that, rather than the likes of DigiByte, which simply operates. It doesn't specifically need to have 100 people working, doing 8+ hours per day, every single day, week in and week out. But I can understand why they've gone and kind of aimed their metrics in the way that they have. So what we'll do is if we flick over, we can see here DigiByte, we've got here our user activity, our market maturity, our different ratings here. We are going up across the board on all of them. So our total fundamental crypto asset score is 604. It's really interesting though, because for whatever reason we were a lot higher all the way back in mid-2019, so the middle of the year last year. Now I'm presuming a lot of this is to do with the likes of the market maturity. Can we actually go in and... It would be really nice if I could just click on that. Let's have a look. So this is the user activity here. This does go all the way back. You can see here. So our project utilization. Again, unfortunately, there's no little like, what I'd love is a little like a question mark there with a pop-up text that kind of explained it and explained the metrics a little bit further. Network activity. So the amount of things that are happening on the network, 705. Completely respectable. Project utilization. What's the difference? Does this mean that we're only at like a small fraction of what we could be? We were up at like 700 all the way back there, so I'm presuming this is what the user activity is. And now we're all the way, like it's gone down to 222. We were up quite high back in mid last year. So I don't really understand too much about that, and this is one of the things we're going to be reaching out to them. They do have a whole bunch of different things here. Actually, let's go and we'll have a quick look at developer behavior. Why not? So in 2019, so a lot of this was specifically around the likes of where we had just finished AutoCrypt and we had a bunch of things happening on our mobile applications, playing catch up and things. It's been a bit quieter sort of since August-ish. I'm guessing a lot of this was all of the masses of changes, and so they're simply checking how much had changed, like the number of additions and removals based across all of our different projects and things like that. Code contributions were an F? This is a score, I'm presuming. Interesting. Code improvements. I'd love to know how they get these metrics a bit more, though. One of the other things that we can do, though, is so if we go to market maturity, let's have a look there. So we are 684. This goes up and down a lot. And again, I'm not entirely too sure of all their metrics and what they mean, so unfortunately this is one of the things that I've actually reached out to them and recommended that we have some kind of like metrics and things that show us a broader scope about the project and specifically what those metrics mean. So it's cool that we've got these metrics. This is great. Look, our liquidity is 770. But what does that actually mean? Is that out of 1,000? I'm presuming so. The risk here, risk of what? But anyway, I did want to give a little bit of a shout out here to the Flipside crypto people. Appreciate them going and adding me and a couple of other people to this, specifically that are involved around the development and marketing and things for DigiByte. I think it's really quite cool. Appreciate them doing that. Going to give us some interesting insights, and hopefully I'll be able to share these with you maybe every like couple of months or something. We'll come back, we can revisit them, we can compare what we've got in this video currently versus what we are in a couple of months' time, and hopefully by then we'll have some more details on the metrics and how they arrive at those conclusions, and what we can be doing to improve them as a broader community as well. So if you do want, you can go and check these out at CoinMarketCap. Is one of the reporting places that uses the Flipside crypto, what do they call it, a fundamental crypto asset score. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, that's going to be all from me for today. I hope you've enjoyed this little bit of an insight here. If you haven't already, go and check out the video that I did yesterday with Kristy-Leigh Minehan. It was an absolute blast. Again, thank you to her for coming on the show. If you do have any questions, feel free to sing out in the comments section below. Hit the like button, hit share, subscribe if you aren't already. And until then, I will talk to you in the next video. We'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.